Hello and welcome back to another boss guide with me, Meoni. Today we're looking at the first boss of the new Omega Raid instance within Deltascape version 1. We face Alte Roite. This guy looks a lot different than he did in Final Fantasy V, that's for sure. So we face this big serpent boss in this room, and the fight has a few mechanics to be aware of, but isn't too tricky of a fight. Firstly are these bombs. These unattackable red objects will start small and then will flare up when they are about to detonate. These apply a magic vulnerability debuff as well as do damage if you get hit by them. These happen throughout the fight and will be in both melee and around the edges of a room to avoid. His second ability is Breath Wing. This move knocks the firebombs and other players around the room away from itself. Look for a safe zone to run to or to time the fireballs carefully so that you move to the other set as the others detonate. Occasionally the floor will become icy, much like on the Shiva encounter. This will cause any input you make to force you to slide in that direction, further making your judgment calls and avoiding the bombs much trickier. Downburst is a move similar to Breathwing. This knocks back players and the fireballs around the room, yet the center of the room will spawn a dangerous tornado. This will kill you if you're in the center of the room as this goes off, so you want to spread out before this pushback happens. This can do up to 80,000 damage on a tank so far reported, so you don't want to be near the center. Another ability is Blaze. This puts a stack marker on a single player that needs to be stacked on to split the damage. Sometimes it can be icy floor, so try to slide to wherever that player goes, with that player being best to slide to the side of the room and then others follow. Whatever works for you, but that's what we are intending to do in our group. Next we have lightning circles. These are placed on people's heads. Do not stack these and spread them around the room to avoid stacking damage. They're very similar to the ones on the Ramu fight. The next ability is a tank buster called Twin Bolt. This tethers the main tank and the off tank together and hits them for a shared amount of damage. Healers will need to heal through this. If the off tank would die, it would share the tether with the second enmity on the list instead. The boss will also do a frontal line attack, which is a simple attack to avoid by simply sidestepping from it, like every other line AoE. The next ability is Charbades. This puts everyone's health to 1 and cannot be avoided. This is where healers will need to heal through the group as much as possible before his next move, Roar. Roar is his final ability to look at here, and will do light damage to the entire party and is unavoidable. He attempts here to kill party members not healed from Charbades, but shouldn't be a problem as healers have plenty of time to get everyone up before Roar is cast. This fight is fairly straightforward, with light movement and forward planning being your only potential downfall. Making sure to move depending on which bombs are about to go off is your priority. The healing is straightforward AoE fare, but there are significant tank chunking melee hits that will need to be nursed through that sometimes appear to have no animation that just occur, so be prepared to use CDs when spikes in damage happen. That's pretty much the first boss down, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you like what you see, please consider a subscription, it really helps a great deal. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.